Welcome to the Middleware Tech YouTube channel. You'll learn about advanced features of Bootstrap 4. All code examples used in the videos will be available on GitHub. Let's get started.
Bootstrap 4 model, collapse, card, and table. These are the 4 components you'll find a very good look and feel with Bootstrap 4 classes. So let's explore them one by one. First, we'll talk about model. So what is this Bootstrap 4 model? Is that it will give us one type of pop-up window, that is displayed on top of the current page. Sometimes you can use this pop-up window to take some user input. So how it look like if you open your Bootstrap 4 here, you can go one of the component called modal. You can see here what it is saying is that JavaScript modal plugins to add dialog to your site for Lightbox, user notification, and complete custom content. So mainly we use this modal component to take some input from the user. Okay, so so let's see how we can take it. So you can go down. I want to show you one of the modal component how it will work to take use input from the user. You can see here how a particular pop-up window is coming for modal implementation. Or using modal, you can take. You can see here how this modal, just a pop-up window, we can generate using modal implementation. Okay, and type of pop-up window we can implement using modal. Sometimes we can use this type of implementation to take input from user also. Okay, so if I want to take a basic modal format, then I want to take a model with a button. Let's see how it look like. Let's take this one. Okay, we will extend some more on this. Let's take this implementation. Okay, so let's take this one, model class. Okay, and they'll have a dialog that have a content, and inside that you have a model header. See, and inside that you have a model body, as well as you have a model footer. So complete things you can get inside this, right? So I'm just taking one model and based on our requirement, we are going to update it. So open this brackets. Last time we have used index 21.html. Okay, try to use file save as, and make it as index 22.html. And remove the content that we have used here. Remove this content in case of index 22.html. And just copy this and let's see how it look like in Control V. Now, what I say just now about model is that a model is a dialog box, okay, or pop-up window, okay, that is displayed on top of the current page. That is displayed on top of the current page, top of the current page. Okay, and another one point, if I want to say about modal, we can say like that it is displayed. You can see it how it look like. This is not the point I'm talking about. I'm talking about this page. So file, save all, and just run this page. Now it is not showing anything else because if you want to run this model, you have to use one button, because this model have a particular name. If you see the implementation here, if this is a model, if you want, you have to click on button, right? So when you click that button, then that model gets executed. If you see here, you have to click that button, then that model gets executed. That button should come. So if you see here, is that button here? So I have to click on button, then only this complete model component will come. Okay, so here, if you see, this is the model implementation. It has its model class name is model, and you can define one ID for this. You can define one ID like ID equal to my model. Okay, and right, fine. Next, you can go with like now this my model I have to call from somewhere, right? From a particular button. So you can take a button like PU button type equal to button, and class equal to, you can take as btn primary. Okay, and data toggle equal to model, and you can use data target equal to name of my model. This is my name model ID, right? So this ID you can take as a parameter inside the data target. Control V, and you can use some as okay, and take it here as login. Now see how it look like. File, save all, and if you just run this page, see if you click now you can see the model is coming. You have to click that button, then you can see the model, right? Now what I want here in this implementation is that I want to create a form, okay, inside this model body. We want to create a login form inside this model body. So already, if you see our actual implementation here, you'll find one component called form. See, so you can see one of the component called forms. Okay, so what is this form component? Form Bootstrap form, so layout option, custom component for creating a variety of forms. So if you see this, it will give an user interface like this. You can give your email ID, password, and you click login, right? So if you see here, Bootstrap from control, expand on our rebooted from styles for classes, use these classes to opt into their customized display for a more consistent rendering across browsers as well as devices. So I want to create a particular form like this. So what you can do is that you can copy this code inside your modal body. Control C and just copy here. Okay, just see here when you copy this tab, when you've copied this component, you can see here it look like file, save all. Okay, now right, it should be like this, and now you can see how this look like if I want to execute the same things once again. Control S and run this. Click login. It will give you and login with that modal implementation, right? So when you insert some value, okay, and submit, it will take that input from the user and it will validate your input based on how you have been given provided. So you can use different validation classes to provide valuable feedback to the user. Okay, so you can use now. See, if you see this implementation here, for each and every input, there is a. This is my input. This is also an input, right? So, right. Okay. So the thing is that the input field you can validate. Okay, so for this, there is some predefined classes there to validate your input field. Like we have one class called was validated. For a particular email, if you want to validate, you have to use some attribute called required. Okay, now if you find here form action, if I want to validate it, I have to add one of the class. Okay, action equal to, you can use some as you wish. But here you can use one class equal to some class like was validated. Okay, so that class you can use to validate. Now for a particular email field, I want to validate. Okay, I want to validate a particular email field. Okay, so if I want to validate a particular email field, so what you can use is like at the end of this field you can use one of the class. It says called required. This is an already in HTML5 we use this. Similarly, if I want to validate a particular password field, okay, so at the end of it you can use required, right? So, so like this way you can implement the validation, okay, for a particular implementation. Similarly, we have another one features that is called collapse. Okay, the Bootstrap 4 collapse. Control C, and here you can use Control V, modal, and name of the class is collapse. Okay, so what is the purpose of using collapse? The purpose of using collapse, if I want to say one line, then I'll say like they are useful when you want to hide or show some large amount of content. Okay, they are useful when you want to hide or show some large amount of content. That time we go for Bootstrap for collapse. Okay, now right. Okay, so how to implement this one? So to implement collapse, you can see here, just close this. You can see your own component called collapse, this one. So you can see here the collapse JavaScript plugin is used to show and hide some content. Okay, how it is, just see here. Just see how it is actually working. If you want to hide some big content, I can go for this collapse implementation, right? Okay, as you find, so what you have to do is that you have to just drag on top this component, Control C, and you can see how it is working with this. Let me create another one component here in the same page, Control V. Tab, save file, save all. Fine, and if you run this page, and the same things you can see here, right? So if I want to implement in my web application, I can do it like this, right? Okay. On the other side, if I want to go with another one component that is called card, Bootstrap for card, Control C, Control V. So what is this card? Save. Card in Bootstrap 4 is a bordered box with some padding around its content. Okay, it will include header, footer, content, color, everything. So card is one type of bordered box, with some padding around its content. Okay, so it is one type of a bordered box with some padding around its content. Okay, so so it will include some other component also, like it includes options for headers, okay, footers, Okay, and content color. Fine. So the card, how it look like? Just see here. If I want to see this card, this is the card, and if you see here, it provides flexible and extensible content container with multiple variant and options. And if you want to implement a particular card implementation, this is see how it look like. Some image, text, and button, right? So if I want to implement a card, Control C, and create a particular card using Control V. Tab, save it, file, save all. So if you come here and refresh, you can see how this card look like, right? So you can include some image also based on your requirement. Here you can include some image. So assume I'm going to use some image like colon image. I use abc.jpg. Fine. So file, save all, and you can just refresh it. You can see how this got the image, text, and button. So these things, pre-built component we can find in Bootstrap 4, and you can use it, to create a good user interface. But there is different types of card. I talk about there is some card is called basic card. Okay, so basic card is created with the help of .card class, and the content inside the class has a card body class. Okay, you can see this card body class, how it look like. Card body. Okay, so card header class add an heading to the card, and the card footer class add a footer to the card, right? And to add background color, the card using some contextual classes, okay, like bg primary, bg success, bg info, bg warning, bg danger. Like this way, lots of classes can be used. Another one component, important component is there in Bootstrap, that is table. Bootstrap 4, we have another one important component. Control C, this component name is Bootstrap table. Bootstrap table. So same like the table that we have used last time in Bootstrap 3, but this table will be look and feel will be different, because in case of Bootstrap 4, four tables has a lightweight padding and horizontal dividers. So that table class that we used, the table class, we'll find four types of table class in Bootstrap 4. One table class will come like table, as you know, that is called table script. Table script. So this table script, if you see this, this class adds a Java strips in a table. Actually, this class, okay, it will add one type of, we can say, we'll add ZEBRA, zebra strips, to a table. Okay, we have some other class called four types of table classes there. Control C. We have some another one class called table bordered. Okay, table bordered. So table bordered class adds borders on all sides of the table. Okay, it will add border on all sides of the table. Next, we have another one class that is called table hover. Okay, HOVER. These are very popular and used a lot in your application development. You'll find a lot. So this hover class actually it will adds an hover effect on the table. Okay, it will add a hover effect on the table. Then we have another one class. It is called dark. And it will nothing but it will create an add a black background. Okay, add black background. Okay, so let's see here how this table look like. How this table look like in Bootstrap. So if you come here and to this and go to table, here component, in the component you'll find another component called table. It is there. If it is not there, then you can check it on content. Table is there, right? So you can see here different types of table implementation and table classes. You can see here this is table dark, this one, right? Next you'll find table light. Okay, next we'll find table stripped, right? How it look like, you can check. Next you find table stripped and table dark. You can mix up both the classes and it will come like this. Okay, now table bordered, as you find it here, right? And table borderless. So lots of different types of class implementation you'll find. So generally these 4 classes is used, and these 4 classes you can use together, you know, so create a border effect on the creation of a particular table, right? So right, okay. Now next I want to say, now if you want to create this table, okay, let's create one table. Let's create one table called table dark. Okay, now here you will find this table dark example. Use this table dark. Take this only dark part. Okay, this one. Okay, so just copy this table, Control C, and create this table in your page. Okay, and tab. Save all. And if you see here, now if you see in this example, I want to create some columns, right? So to create some columns like topic, duration, time, like this way, you can create some column. Like I want to use the topic. For this, I want to use some duration. Okay, and then I can use some time, right? So let's a particular topic module name as the name of the module is JBoss Fuse. Okay, and JBoss Fuse. So this module is duration is assume it is for 4 days. Okay, and the duration is for this module is from 2:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Similarly, take another one. Let's see, I'm talking about another one module like I'll talk about automation using Python. Automation using Python. And this is of 1 day. 1 day. Okay, and assume its duration is from is from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Okay, and take another one module like REST web service. Okay, and it has a total number of days is 4 days. Okay, and this module is used during the duration called 10:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So like this way, you can implement a table uh, based on your requirement. Okay, and you can see it will create a very good look and feel. Just run this file, save all, and just run. Now, if you see here how this table look like, right? So whatever the component we're talking about, all this component we can use in a website and create a very good look and feel website that is required, or we can implement based on commercial application point of view, right? So I'll suggest try this component by yourself, and whatever we have implemented last time, right? Last time I have shown you one implementation using one of the website we have implemented using HTML5 and CSS3. And the same example you can see we have implemented using Bootstrap. So the same example you can implement it using Bootstrap 4 also. Okay, and all the features that we talked about here. These are the major features, except that you will get some other features in Bootstrap 4, like under component, you will find carousel. Carousel is another one important features you will find in Bootstrap. In carousel implementation, what it will do is that it will just moving all the content. If you see here, all the content you can move in carousel implementation. So you can implement this also in your web page. Okay, then we have some other component called We have popovers. Okay, see how it look like. So you can use this popover based on your requirement, what type of application you are doing. You can implement breadcrumbs. So breadcrumbs, when moving from one page to another page, it can show you the steps you're in which page currently in the flow, and I'm moving from one page to another page. So that breadcrumb implementation we can do in our example. Card already I talked about, badge already talked about, alert also you have told, right? You can use collapse also, drop down also you have told, forms you have also told, right? So nav bar pagination. So you can go with these components and try to create a very good website as we have done last time. Okay, same like that. Try to create a good website using Bootstrap, and so that it will feel good, right? So same example, same website that we have done last time, right? Try to execute the same in this example we have done. If you remember, file open, and where is that? In the desktop. Under code, you will find Bootstrap 12, right? This one we have used last time to create a good web application. These are the good structure that we used to talk about. So try to create an application like this, okay, using Bootstrap 4. Okay, our Bootstrap 4 provided classes. Try to implement a carousel here and implement them as a card, right? And you can add some table list group as you have implemented. You can create it some model, okay, right? So like this way you can try it. The same example that you have done in Bootstrap 3. You can use Bootstrap 4 classes to implement same type of commercial application web page, right? And try it and see how we can move forward with this. Fine. So these are the things from my side. As you find what we have done from last 3 days. So from last 3 days, we have first we have given some introductory point about responsive web design. Okay, we talked about tools and thread that we can use. We talked about all the HTML5 features, right? All the HTML5 elements we try to talk about, as well as we created some small web application using HTML5. Then we talked about all the CSS as well as CSS3 features, and same web application we have converted using CSS3 features, and then talked about Bootstrap. We try to focus all the points, all the different type of classes we can use on Bootstrap, what is Bootstrap, why I'm going to use Bootstrap, how I can implement Bootstrap setup, and how I can create a Bootstrap page. And we have created a very good web page also using Bootstrap implementation, right? Then we talked about the difference between Bootstrap 3 and Bootstrap 4. Fine. And all the Bootstrap major component we try to explore, like color, background color, button, text, headings, container, badges, alert, right? Modal, collapse, card, table, right? So based on this discussion, you can create a very good website as we have done it last time. Try it, try this, and if you find any queries from your side, you can share it with me by email. I try to reply to everyone. And do one thing, if anyone have any queries, you can send me mail. And what I'll do is that at the end of the session, I'll share all the details that we have done in our curriculum by email to everyone. And fine, so that you can go with this content. and you can share your queries from your side. Fine, guys. So I'm just closing it here, and fine. And anyone have any queries, please send it by mail. I try to reply to